Welcome to the Strenuous Life Radio, the podcast where male and female leaderpreneurs and entrepreneurs learn the essentials and soft skills of the strenuous life. Welcome everyone to episode 102. Now, this episode is called New Friends Solve Problems. And we're going to be dealing with the series is called Godly Feminine Wisdom, and we're going to hear more oftenly from Terri-Seville-Foy. Here we go.
Hey, I'm Terri-Seville-Foy, your cheerleader of dreams. You know, anytime someone asks me how I went from living paycheck to paycheck, in debt, out of shape, no dreams or goals for my life, to doing what I'm doing today, I always say one word: routine. The secret of your future is hidden in your daily routine. Well, one of the biggest changes I made to my daily routine was listening to inspirational messages that pointed my life in the right direction. So I want to ask you to subscribe to this podcast by pushing the little red arrow so you start a routine of consistent inspiration and coaching to help you live your dreams. In fact, today, let's talk about 3 signs you need new friends. You know, you have to choose your friends with caution. You know, this is vital to achieving your dreams and goals. In fact, before I finish today, I'm going to give you a free download that includes a checklist of 5 ways to connect better. And this is going to help you in life and in business. You've heard the phrase, your network equals your net worth. I'll repeat that. Your network is equal to your net worth. You know, they say 99% of your success is due to your reference group. In fact, Harvard did a 20-year study proving that your physical health is determined more by your relationships than by the food you eat, the exercise program you're on, or the genes you've inherited. Isn't that crazy? See, wherever you put yourself, you're just going to conform to it. In fact, Tony Robbins did this experiment where they did a survey asking people to hold their coffee while they ran to grab something. So they walked into a Starbucks, just walked up to a complete stranger, and just said to them, "Could you hold this for me real quick? It's a cup of coffee," while he gets something out of his pocket, and he just says, "Thank you." Now this is what they did. 100 people they did this with held iced coffee. 100 people they also did it with held hot coffee. So iced coffee, hot coffee. And all they're saying is, "Would you hold this for just a minute while I grab something out of my pocket?" Get this. 45 minutes later, an actor walked in and said, "Hey, we're doing this little test. For $5, would you read this little story? It's only 3 paragraphs, answer 3 questions about the character. What's the character like?" Things like that. Get this. 80% of the people who held the iced coffee said the character was cold and mean. 81% of the people who held the hot coffee said the character was warm, gentle, and nice. Isn't that wild? They said this is just proof of how much we're conditioned by our environment. Well, if you want to upgrade your life, you have to upgrade your peer group. You have to connect with the right friends. So 3 signs that you need new friends. Number 1, T.D. Jakes said, if you have to encourage and feed everyone around you, your crowd is too low. Are you the one always trying to keep everybody motivated? You're trying to keep everybody optimistic and positive? Then you need new friends. Number 2, if you're the smartest person in your group, you need new friends. See, if you're the smartest one, then you're doing all the teaching. You're not learning anything. You got to start connecting with people who cause you to want to come up higher, to learn more, to grow, to study. And then number 3, if you're the most successful person in your group, you need new friends. See, you have to get around someone who sort of intimidates you, who makes you want to study, makes you want to read more. You know, get around somebody who keeps their body more fit than you. Their cars are cleaner than yours. Their finances are budgeted, and they cause you to stretch to a new level. You know, the Bible says that iron sharpens iron. See, let me just explain it like this. Where you're going in life, your crowd is going to have to change. God wants you to get around people who cause you to think bigger, to dream bigger. See, you can't share million-dollar dreams with dollar thinkers. In fact, Grant Cardone said, his mom used to tell him all the time, you are the people you hang around. You're not just a product of who you hang around. Everything you're involved in, it influences you. Les Brown said, get all the toxic people out of your life. The energy drainers, he said, remove them. You know, you've heard that phrase, one bad apple can spoil the whole bunch. Well, one energy drainer can spoil your whole life, your whole destiny. Well, there are some people who just aren't good for you anymore because they bring you down. You've heard birds of a feather flock together. Well, Conor McGregor, you know, the UFC champion, he said, I don't have many friends. He said, I could count on 2 hands the number of people who have my phone number. He said, I have a small circle of friends. And then he said this, I have tunnel vision on my path. Anyone who tries to steer me away from it, I just get rid of them. And I don't know what he means by that, get rid of them, because he's pretty intimidating. But you know what I mean. And listen to this. This is just amazing. I'm sure you've heard of Aristotle of Naxos, the Greek shipping magnate. I have no idea what I just said. Aristotle of Naxos. He was known for explaining what he would do if he lost his fortune. Get this. He said he would take on 3 jobs, and from his earnings he would carve out and save $500. Then he said he would spend all of it on one expensive meal, just to sit close to someone who could open doors for him, sit close to someone who would cause him to come up higher, to make a connection with him or her, he said was the fastest way to create your fortune. Well, let me close out with this story, and you've probably heard me share this before, but it's worth repeating. There was this guy, he said he wanted to be successful, nothing was improving in his life, and he said he looked around at his closest friends and he realized they all equally hated hard work and had no intention or desire to improve their lives. So he said he asked this very wealthy man who wasn't any more intelligent than him or any more, fit or anything. He just said, what is it? Like, how did you become so successful? And the wealthy man said 4 words. He said, keep the right company. Keep the right company. So he said, I did. I just made a list. He said, if someone could drag me down, I would spend no more than 5 minutes with them. If someone could improve my life, he said, I spend as much time as possible with them. Then he said this, after following my make it or break it list, within 3 years, I was a millionaire. What in the world? Keep the right company. Get around the right people. So I'm not trying to be rude in this podcast and just saying dump your old friends. I'm just saying limit your exposure to people who are dragging you down. Get around people who cause you to want to come up higher. In fact, I want to help you connect better. This could mean connecting with the right people, connecting with customers, connecting with your audience on camera, through resources and sales, connecting with mentors. See, you have to be able to connect in order to fulfill your assignment and live your dreams. John Maxwell said it best. He said, everyone communicates, but few connect. Well, I want you to get this free 3-part email series to help you succeed in life and in business and in...
Okay. You've heard Terri-Seville-Foy. You've heard her wisdom. And so now I'm going to put in my 2 cents. Yesterday we began the series kind of on a blunt note. My alter ego, JR, kind of took over for most of the episode and basically said that, you need to be able to wisely pick your friends. And he's right. And Terri-Seville-Foy is right. If you've got friends and people around you that aren't willing to improve themselves, you're constantly having to hold up the load, then you don't need those people, okay? Alright? God bless you. You don't need those people. Plain truth. Those people buy into the doctrine of ignoble ease, okay? And that is unscriptural, okay? That is unscriptural. There's one verse in the Bible that says that you may study to be quiet, and that you may do your own business, and that you may work with your hands. The Apostle Paul gave this admonition. And if it's good enough for the Apostle Paul to give me this admonition, then it's good enough for me. You know, of the Apostle Paul and Terri-Seville-Foy, and then it passes down to me. If you're hanging out with idiots that don't know where they're going, and you're the one that has to keep pushing and prodding them, let me tell you something, you're wasting your time. Plain truth, okay? You're wasting your time because it's not worth your time. Alright? You need people that are going to lift you up. You look at them and it's like, wow, I want to improve my life. Now, I don't know how often I've had Bishop Dave on this program or ever, but there have been times that I've gone to stay with him and his family. I see his house, I see how he lives his life, his routine, and I'm thinking, this could happen to me if I apply myself. This could happen to me. If you're buying into idiots and knuckleheads that are not interested in your social and financial and entrepreneurial welfare, then you're not going to get anywhere. Okay, sorry, that's just the way it is. Now, I hope you enjoyed listening to the Strenuous Life Radio. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. Become a part of the Strenuous Life Radio community. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, don't just sit there and take it. Build your dreams so you can take it. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. Do what others don't so you can have what others can't. Choose, act, and pursue happiness. And God bless you.